budgetary difficulties as well. Yes, as we all so recently heard at the congregational meeting a few weeks ago, we've had a budget shortfall this past year. Now, you were all there, right? I think it had a better turnout than this. So. Anyway, never fear. I've been thinking long and hard about this issue, and I think I've got the perfect solution. One that will allow us to continue to give copiously to our missions and also overpay our pastors. I mean, I sure wish I only had to work 3 hours a week. So tonight I'd like to introduce a little something that I call corporate worship trademark. Yes, corporate worship welcomes large multinational companies to have a seat at the feast. Remember, we are a welcoming congregation. Why limit that welcoming to people? And wait, didn't we recently learn from the Supreme Court that corporations are people too? So there you have it. It's time to extend a witness. How can they be saved if these corporations don't have a foot in the door and become a part of the fabric of our community? So I've even made a few calls, and we've got some mock-ups about some of the changes that will be taking place. First off, the Coffee and Conversation class is a natural place to start, given its unique status as a long-term, trail-breaking, radical class. Anyway, just think how much trendier it would become as the Starbucks Coffee and Conversation. It's got that alluring siren calling out to all the attendees, drink of me, drink of me. On the other hand, I'm not really so sure about having Pastor Janet's message brought to us by Rolex. I don't know if that's necessarily. Do we really need any more reminders about excruciatingly, painfully long listeners? I am really excited about the co-branding opportunities available with our church newsletter, The Vine. I'm sure we can agree that the content will become much more fair and balanced when it is sponsored by Fox News. I'm so thrilled by the donation our next person is providing. 77 brand new computers to be placed downstairs for the Facebook Fellowship Hour. Now there are even more reasons to like this time. Did your busy week prevent you from keeping up with friends and acquaintances, not to mention Farmville? Problem no longer. Well, just like all those sports arenas, I think our property could also be sponsored. What do you think of when you think of our sanctuary? You think of the wisdom that we obtain there, right? And what's the symbol of wisdom? Well, the owl, right? Well, I think we found a perfect sponsor, one who will put a nice and tasteful display front and center. That's right, worship will become far more alluring in our new Hooters Sanctuary. Just go ahead and take them downstairs to the Smith & Wesson nursery. That's right, Smith & Wesson has even offered to donate used guns to replace all those old, outdated toys. After all, you're never too young to learn proper gun safety. And finally, with kids safely away in our new nursery, we can go back to enjoying the best part of our worship service, the sacraments. Talk about a perfect opportunity. Currently, Communion Sundays are certainly special, but oh, how much more special they'll be when they become. Drink up to our Lord's blood. Anyway, I hope you can all see the possibilities that we have in front of us with corporate worship. And I believe we can get this all implemented during Pastor Janet's sabbatical, so that not only will she not have to worry about budget issues crimping her salary, but she'll also have a newly remodeled church and a reinvigorated congregation.